I think the most important thing, particularly for companies, is to understand that trust is just required today. And so companies have to look at what do we need to do, not only to be trustworthy, because you either are or you're not, but how do we make sure that we're communicating the fact that we're trustworthy? That we have to understand that if that's a core value of our business, it is also important for us to be able to express that to our customers and to the general public. And so I think the barometer is able to show us what are the things in 2013 that CEOs have to be focused on to make sure that they're being relevant in today's very kind of high-tech digital world. And I thought that the session today would be very, very informative for anyone in a position where they are responsible for communicating with the public. You know what the big takeaway is? Got to listen to them. It's that simple. It's a two-way street. Nowadays, people expect that two-way conversation. It was never there before, but because of technology, your customers, your constituents, they actually can feed back how they're feeling, what they think. And the question is, are you asking and are you listening? Those who do ask and listen and respond are the ones that are considered most trustworthy. Well, today's session talked about how political leaders and CEOs are not very well trusted. What I offered is that what's important when we see who is trustworthy, academics, experts, employees, regular people, what they bring to the discussion is authenticity. They're not playing a role, they're just being themselves. And so I was sharing that I think in the kind of high definition television world that we live in now, you can actually determine whether someone is authentic, whether they're real, because the camera, they always say the camera never lies. Well, the camera's a lot better. And so the camera captures your reaction before you actually open your mouth. So it's not enough about what you say, it's also the reaction that you have before you start to speak. And you can't fake that. You just have to be true to yourself. So that's why it's so important, I think, nowadays, whether in politics or in corporate Canada, that you want to make sure that your spokespeople are authentic. And accept the fact that they're not going to be perfect, but they're going to be real. And what the public wants now more than anything else is what I call authenticity. A real person, not the Ken doll, not the slick salesperson, but the real person. And I think that from the data was quite obvious as to who do people trust.